Kong Skull Island. So what exactly is this one about? Well, this is actually about John Goodman's character discovering from a satellite map or picture or whatever of this uncharted island that no one ever heard of called Skull Island. That he actually had to convince a lot of people, like governors and mayors and stuff like that, to really convince the military, led by Samuel L. Jackson, to go to this island, and there was some discoveries they needed to make. Well, no one actually knew that it was actually by King Kong himself that was his island there. So, okay, and that's pretty much the whole premise of the film. So let's just jump into what I liked and did not like about this film. So what I liked about the film was I liked all the special effects. I liked King Kong. I liked the other monsters, the ones he had to fight. There were actually some monsters there that he did not actually have to fight. Some of them were actually kind of friends of his, or he actually would help them out in some way, no matter if they were friends or not, but they were not his enemy, which was interesting on that. But I gotta say that there were some really messed up bugs and birds and, well, of course, King Kong himself, that I just liked the creation of everything. Let's see, I mean, one of my favorites was like this giant, like, spider or something like that. I don't want to go into spoiled territory here, but I gotta say that one bug does some damage to some of the humans there. Now, okay, so that's what I really, really liked about it. So what is it that I did not like about it? Well, it was the human element, minusing John C. Reilly, you know, the guy with the big beard who was actually on this island for like 28 years or something like that. But I gotta say that he knew who Kong was. He knew that he was actually a friend. He was king. He pretty much kept to himself. But here was the thing, that, you know, these people decided to drop bombs into his backyard. I don't blame him for taking down these choppers. I consider it the classic where King Kong at the end of a lot of the movies, like Peter Jackson's, where he's swiping down the helicopters, or not the helicopters, the planes and all that. But in this one, it's actually helicopters. But you know what? I didn't actually blame him, and I gotta be honest, I was actually cheering for him because I knew that he was really the good guy. But, oh my God, and okay, Tom Hiddleston, who plays Loki, I have no idea what this guy was supposed to be, honestly. He was a tracker of missing people, and that was really all it was. He didn't have a background story, but somehow he knew how to fight these monsters. He knew stuff that other people didn't know. John Goodman was decent in it. I was expecting a lot more from him. Samuel L. Jackson was batshit crazy, but not in a good way, I gotta say. I really didn't like his character one bit. All he wanted to do, and I get it, his men died, he wanted to kill King Kong. That's all he wanted to do. He didn't care about the other monsters that were on that island. They tried to explain it to him. Brie Larson, she was dull. I don't even know what the hell she was even on this. She was the one that took the pictures, but there was really not much for her to go. But John C. Reilly, with his humor, and they show some of that in the trailer, and I gotta say that there's other stuff that's in there too that I really, really like. So I gotta say, and his background story, I actually, you know, almost cried for him on this. I really loved his background story, and he was really the only one that really kind of gave a background story. The third act, the final battle, was really good, really enjoyed it for what it was, but I'm kind of torn about recommending this or not. So how I'm going to say it is, and hopefully it's somewhat helpful, is if you're into these monster movies, if you like Godzilla and you like King Kong, check this out. If you're not into it, or you're even just getting tired of them doing these Universal, you know, all these connections like they're already doing with Marvel and DC, like that, you could see them going with that way, but doing the Universal monsters of Frankenstein, Dracula, and the Mummy, and now they're doing it with the giant monsters. If you're not into that kind of stuff, don't see the film. That's the best way I can kind of go on this. Have you seen Kong Skull Island? If you have, did you like it? Did you not like it? Give me a comment down below. I will be kind of curious. Thank you guys so much for watching another review, and as always, stay awesome.